This school was at a place where they were on the very lowest. Test scores, their kids were not doing well. You know, don't go teach at Evergreen, you don't want to be there.
So many times we'd had people come in and tell us how we should be doing it, and our excuse was, you don't teach our kids. We used the excuse for many years that our hands are tied because we can't change their home life.
We were in a bad place. Our scores were abysmal. We were at the bottom of the district. I mean, if there were 17 schools, we were number 16.
We were a school of excuses. We'd get bogged down in that kind of negative thing that we had no control over before we found this new way of thinking.
That new way of thinking came in the form of a student engagement model called No Excuses University. 70% of the kids at Evergreen are low income, and many come from homes without a tradition of academic success. But after going to San Diego to learn about No Excuses, the staff knew that this time the consultants' ideas could work, and they came together to change the school's culture.
We started coming up with ideas of, okay, forget about their home life. What can we do when they're here for 6.5 hours a day? What can we do? Let's not talk about what we can't do. Let's talk about what we can do. And it changes your perspective.
Once they started to improve, it was like, we can do it. We can do this. And put that belief back in the kids. The kids also say, we can do it too. And it is a lot of work, but it's worth it.
With our teamwork and our collaboration and everything we have going for us, I really think we've created a system where there is no choice. We're going to do this. The expectation is everyone will pass. Everyone will meet expectations.
And test scores are up sharply. Before No Excuses, Evergreen was one of the lowest performing schools in the district, but now at the top and recognized for excellence statewide. Staff committed to truly believe that every child can succeed, to collaborate school-wide to solve problems and raise standards, to gather and use data, and to intervene in creative ways to meet the needs of kids, whatever those needs may be.
The systems that we have in place have made it so that we look at data and make really informed decisions, and we also work together a lot more than we've ever worked before.
From the minute I walked in the very first day of school, kids were in classes learning. Not a minute lost. It was totally amazing. It's just like, wow, you're on it every second of every day. And it's hard work, but it makes a difference.
Like other parents, Erin Wagon didn't like the idea of school uniforms, but thought it was high time for something like No Excuses for kids, staff, and parents. The results she saw in her third grade son's reading scores amazed her.
He could only read when he began the beginning of the year at a kindergarten level. By the time, and this is when they started the No Excuses University, by the time he left third grade, he was reading at a 6th grade level. He's now in 4th grade, reading at 7th grade level. You know, they rise to the occasion.
Students who had that I don't care attitude, when you showed them, well, I'm going to care enough for the both of us, they wanted to do well for you.
Those kids that are the ones that say, I've been doing this all my life and I'm not doing any more for you. When they see the team working together, either they buy in academically or they buy in socially.
No Excuses doesn't mean a crackdown. It means finding solutions, and that takes a change in thinking.
I love the kids, want to hug them, want to give them everything they need. Oh, I'm sorry that you don't feel good today, so I guess you don't have to do school. Or I'm sorry that your dad's in prison. You don't have to do school today because I feel sorry for you, rather than I know that you're having a hard time, but we got work to do because you're not going to be there. You're going to make it in life, and if you're not on every minute of the day, you're not going to make it there.
Spend an hour in the school, and the bond that's been formed between students and teachers is obvious. And it's a bond that makes it okay to raise expectations, hold children, families, and staff accountable, and even universally promote the idea of college just about everywhere you look.
We use that as a tool for our kids to aspire to do more, to be more, to expect more from themselves.
Then they want to do better. They want to please themselves. They want to please their teachers. They want to please the staff, their parents. They love it.
Change for the sake of change is never wise, but this one resulted in student achievement, engaged parents, and an energized staff that knows it's performing at the top of its game every day and working at a school where excuses have given way to success.